the sales and marketing people, they have to stop their work till quotation. Once quotation is approved and accepted, their work is done. But within their work, they may require the pricing team help. Yeah, for raising the quotation. How come they know that, okay, if the query is from Nhava Sheva to New York, then ocean freight for 20 GP container, then how can they know that what is the costing? So here we are having in the tariff and rates, here we are having certain modules which will enable you to put the pricing over here. So this tariff and rates have been divided into two parts. One is the rate service. This rate service is basically related to some cargo sphere, which is a very separate module. And cargo sphere, I think you may be aware of that. So that is something uh, from which our cargo wise is connected. So as of now, RTW or SAR transport, they are not using cargo sphere, so we will be not going to touch it. The next one is tariff and rates. Now here in tariff and rates, we are having client rates. First of all is the client rate. So uh, client rates are something which is like RFQ kind of, means suppose there is a client and you have given them the rates for 6 months subject to GRI and all. So this is a long term rates which you are providing to your, like very close clients. So this is the for a particular client you can put the client rates like that. The next one, we are having company tariffs. Company tariffs, what it means, it is a published rate of your company. Okay, like it's the sell rate of your company without any negotiation. It's not like a single for a particular client. It will be applicable for all the clients. Okay, any doubt in client rates and company tariff? Client rates is specific for a client to whom you can give the rates for valid for 6 months or 1 year. And company tariff is the published rate of your company, is the published sell rate of your company, which is not specific for a single client, that will be applicable for all the clients. These both are related to sell rate. The next we are having costing. What does this costing means? Costing means the buy rates. Suppose any shipping line has given you the rates, or airlines have given you the rates, or any vendor, any service provider has given you the rates. You can put it in the costing with the same validity which your service provider has provided to you on the sheet. I hope the person who has joined this call must be receiving their contractual rates from different shipping lines like Hapag Lloyd, Maersk, or MSC. Let me know if my words are not clear to you, or any query in between. Hello. Anyone, any doubt till here?
No, I think Survi, your words are clear. I mean, everybody's understanding that. Guys, if anybody is not understanding, please raise your hand, or
Yes, you
just
can
speak
raise your
out.
hand. Yes.
Sure.
Fine. So costing is basically the buy rates which you people are getting from any of the service provider. Fine. The next one we are having intercompany tariffs. So, like suppose if there are any intercompany like RTW and SAR group are having any tariffs to be shared, so that can be put under intercompany tariffs. So suppose if SAR transport means like I have logged in from SAR transport, so if I will go and I will create a company tariff, I will create that company tariff means I will create that published rate for RTW US, Indonesia and Singapore. So, okay, if you want to use this direct service of Hapag-Lloyd from Nhava Sheva to US New York, then this will be the rates, sell rates from one company within the company, means intercompany. The next is one-off quote. One-off quote, as I don't know in the previous call who were there, but yes, one-off quote is something which is specifically for a shipment, where uh, like where the salesperson are aware of the shipment details. He is aware of consignee, commodity, how much container is required, or what would be the volume or weight. Means like he is aware of all those things. In that case, we will be going to create one-off quote. The second one we are the next one we are having profit share agreements. So profit share agreements, this is basically the agreements between the two agents, like between suppose RTW USA, and suppose there is one more freight forwarder there. For example, I'm just giving the example. Let's take example of Alba Weeds. So suppose there is 50% agreement, so that will be maintained in the profit share agreements. The next we are having quotations. So quotations, this is the prime tool of salesperson, because they are going to create the quotation, and whatever quotation they are going to create, and that quotation will be approved internally, and that will be going to accepted by the client, that they have to do it acceptance inside CargoWise also. Once that is accepted, they can that particular quotation can be used at the job level. Okay, so this quotation is also related to the costing. Based on the buy rates, they can put some markup and they can produce that quotations. The next one is the reports. So see guys, these reports are available in all your modules. So this will give you access for various kind of reports. Here we are having few reports. Suppose if some reports are there which is not fulfilling your requirement, in that case we can customize the reports as per your requirement. So that part will be taken care by our developers. That I don't have much knowledge about the report customization. But yes, we can take your response, and we can take your requirement, and we can communicate with the developers. Fine. So I'm going to a module called costing. So let me click here. So this is a costing screen. Means this is the dashboard screen. From here you can get the results. So this is the first here it's mentioned select something to filter by. Like suppose there are something in the records and you want to find out, so you can find out from here. Anything with any of the filter you want to apply, you can apply those filter. And suppose origin destination, suppose I have mentioned IN. Fine. So here you can see I have selected the filter as origin and destination. Origin as IN. Now IN means India. The first two letter code is India. I want origin as US. So all the countries are having their two letter codes inside the system. If you're suppose if you're not aware of any particular country, then here we are having these three dots to search. Okay, these three dots are for searching the desired results. Uh, suppose I want to find out from the origin from Nhava Sheva. So like I am familiar with CargoWise, so I can put it INNSA. But any new user who is not aware of that, so what he have to do, he have to go to this three dots. This is basically to find. Okay, once you click that, we will be taken to this screen. Okay, now by default it has taken as location type as port, so you can clear it also. Like here we are having the option to clear. Let me know if my screen is getting stuck or is it working fine, because sometimes it happens that my screen got stuck and I've been giving the training.
You are good.
Okay, so here is the option for clear. So you can clear it in order to get the more of the results. Now at the bottom you can see select something to filter by. At the side is the drop down. So let's select uh, description, and let's so once I will select the description, whatever is the description of the place which I want to select, then the next we are having starts with. So here also we are having certain options. What I used to do, I always select contains, because by selecting this the probability of finding my results are high, as well as I can get multiple of the results. So I will select contains. Then here I will put only Nhava. Okay, so and then find. So now guys, you can see I got this code INNSA, status active, description is Nhava Sheva Jawaharlal Nehru. So you can select this and press OK or double click here. So it will come as INNSA. So this is what? This is the unique location code of your port Nhava Sheva. So there are many other terminals present in the on the Nhava Sheva. So you can go and search with that. The next is the destination. So let's select any destination part of US. I will clear it, and then again I will put description that contains suppose loss. So you can see I got so many of the results when I selected description that contains loss. So I can go and search from here, or what I can do, I can also put it like starts with loss. So once I will put it starts with loss, then also I got these many of the results. Okay, so The first one is US Slacks, Los Angeles. So let's select this one. I will select it and okay. And then I will find. So as of now, this is a new system for SAR transport. So no costing has been developed yet. So it will show me that there are no records are found. Now I will go to new to create a new costing. So the first we are having here the service provider. So whosoever is the service provider, suppose it's a Hapag Lloyd or Maersk Line or any of your vendors, uh, uh, like uh, like your surveyor also used to give some rates. Your terminal handling guys are also giving you some rates. So you can develop the costing uh, as per the costing sheet you got from the service provider. So here again, like I'm not aware what is the code of the service provider. So what I will do, I will again search for the service provider. So here you can see select something. Again, I will select. Here I will select with name that contains, suppose Maersk. So now I got these many of the Maersk Line results. So the first one I'm having is Maersk Line India Private Limited. So let's select it. Because I have logged in from Mumbai branch. So what I will do, I will be creating a service provider who has given me the rates from Mumbai or from India to US. So now at the bottom you can see here we are having air freight, FCL freight, LCL freight, origin charges and destination. Under forwarding, you will get these 5 tabs. One is the air freight, second will be FCL, third will be LCL, origin and destination. Similarly, we are having for liner agency, CFS, warehouse transport. Fine. Till here, anybody is having any doubt?
No.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Surbi.
Yes. Hello. Yes, Supriya.
Hello. Yeah. I am having one doubt. If it is
Yeah.
NVOCC, then if it is already inserted in your system, if it is NVOCC, if I
And
wanted NVOCC rate need to put, then if it is NVOCC is not in the system, then
okay. So in that case, Supriya, you have to ask your admin to create that organization as NVOCC or a service provider, and then you can create the cost for that NVOCC.
okay. Okay, fine.
I have a
So in,
question here. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's regarding the transportation work. Since, as me, Prashant, I'm indulged in the multimodal work, like taking trucking gates and all those stuffs.
Hmm.
So, will I have any other tabs or something like that to insert gates? Because right now, what I'm saying is it's regarding ocean freights, everything, right? The
Hmm.
first three options you told me, like the air gates, ocean freights, and the multimodal, you said
Hmm.
those
Hmm.
three are for cargo wise only, right? And then you told if you are not using the CargoWise stream, then you have to follow the below options.
On CargoWise team, I have not
Can
told
you just
about
open
that.
up the page?
Just a second. Yeah, just a
yeah.
second. Yes, yes, Prashant.
You can just can you go back a little?
Uh-huh.
The main page where you started. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm
That
creating trouble
dashboard.
for everyone.
No, it's okay. Yeah, this dashboard. Yes, tell me.
The main dashboard. It's a costing one, yeah. Before the costing part.
Okay, the main one. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you see the Yates service, and then there's tariff and Yates. For the Yates service, the third option is the multimodal aid, which is actually transportation Yates, right?
Yeah. See, this rate service, Prashant, this is
Hmm.
basically related to one, what can I say? That is like, are you aware of Salesforce kind of?
Yeah,
The service
a
provider
bit
which
of.
is providing, yeah. So these three options, this cargo guide, cargo sphere, and multimodal rates, these options are provided by an external external software, and
Oh,
CargoWise is connected with that. So as of now, RTW or SAR group is not using cargo sphere, which
okay,
is the name of that software. So if they are not using, so in that case we will not going to touch this,
okay.
because
I got your point.
this will take the rates from that cargo sphere software.
The other agent party who is providing
Yeah,
rates on
yeah.
cargo apps. Okay.
Huh.
So where will I get the option where I can insert the trucking and all
Yes,
rates?
truckings and all. So truckings you are inserting for US reasons.
Yeah, only for US region.
Yeah, so that I will show you, because
That will come ahead later
yeah,
on,
that
right?
will, yes, yes,
Okay.
that come today in today's session only.
Okay.
So guys,
Surbi,
yes.
yeah, it's better we go step by step. Otherwise, we'll jump here and there, and it will be a lot of
No, no, no,
confusion.
no. I was just trying to
No,
clear
no,
up my
that's okay,
confusion.
Sachin.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
understood.
okay.
But
Yeah, I understood.
yeah, we just carried away with this topic. So we'll come back to our LCL rate and everything.
Uh-huh. Mhm. So I will select Mumbai service provider. Okay. So like service, I have selected one service provider as Maersk Line. Now, under forwarding, as RTW and SAR group, especially SAR group, is just using forwarding module. So we will stick to it. But SAR group is using warehousing as well. So that will be covered in sorry, RTWS is will be using warehouse, so that will be covered later on by one of my colleague who's taking care of warehousing. I will show you under that forwarding. We are having air freight option. Under air freight, you will get these all options to mention, like origin, destination. If it's a cross country, put it cross. Then via, suppose if it is from Delhi to JFK via Singapore, then here will be the via. Mode in the air, we are having two modes. One is loose cargo, another is ULD. Okay. So generally, what I have observed, it's always a loose cargo. Then the next it will be currency. So as I have logged in from India branch, so my currency will be INR. Then it will ask for carrier. So suppose this service provider is a agency which will be providing the rates for any particular carrier. Fine. The next we are having service level, carrier level. So these service levels are by default in the system. Just I want to show you. I will can find. So these are the default service levels inside the system, like door to door or deferred or direct, standard, transshipment. So suppose if you are having any other service levels, then you can let us know. Then the next is the carrier level. Suppose carrier has provided any kind of we are having it in the drop down. We can create a new carrier level at our registry settings. The next I'm having here the commodity, controlling customer is there, consigner, consignee. Suppose if it is I'm forgetting that name. Yeah, if it is like named account, so you can put the name of suppose any shipment is for suppose for green ply. So for green ply, now carrier is aware that green ply is giving us 50 containers in a month. So you can put, or if 10-ton shipments in a month. So you are having some special rates. So you can put that consignor or consignee, whatever it is, you can put here. The next you are having transit time, frequency unit. So if you are having these details, then put that. Otherwise, you can keep it blank. This next part is start date and expiry date. So by default from registry, we have mentioned it for the 6 months validity, but you can edit it. Okay. And then we are having contract number. So this is for the air. This part I will discuss later on, as I have selected Maersk Line. So we all know that Maersk Line is providing sea based rates. So let's go to FCL freight. Okay, so this is the FCL freight. So the same almost same thing is here. Here it will ask me put the origin. Once I will click on the origin, like so similarly guys, like I'm aware of Nava Shiva is having the code INNSA, and suppose you are not aware, then go and search in the similar way which I have shown. The next is the destination. If any via, then put it via, otherwise keep it blank. Mode will be C by default. CFCL, road freight FCL, rail freight FCL. So this Maersk Line is giving sea freight FCL. We'll select that. Currency will be USD for ocean freight. Carrier. Okay. So we can put here the carrier, so that when this costing will be used by your salesperson, then this will be very clear for them that okay, this is the carrier uh, which we have to choose. So you can select, means I would recommend to put a carrier name also here. I will simply find it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm having these many 232 records of carriers inside the system. So it will be difficult for me to select. Let's select from name. That is starts with Maersk Line India Private Limited. Now here it will ask for container count. So let's take 20 GP, and suppose you are not aware of this GP high cube, you can search from here. Service level, if you are having, put it, otherwise you can keep it blank. Carrier level we have not defined. Similarly, we are having commodity. So here it's by default taken as general. But you can change it. There are so many of the other commodities available. Let me show you. So 165 records for all the commodities, or suppose if any of the commodity are missing, then you can create a new commodity, or you can request your admin or manager to create a new commodity. Similarly, we are having controlling customer, consignor, consignee. Units, it has automatically taken as container because this is a FCL freight. Next is the transit time. Suppose I don't know how many days it's take. Let's take 34 days. Then frequency, if you are aware of the frequency, then put it, otherwise keep it blank. The next we are having a start date and expiry date. Similarly, it's for the 6 months validity, but I can change it to 1 month. So at the side you can see I'm having a calendar kind of. It will open and you can select expiry date as suppose 4th of June. Contract number, if you are having, put it. Okay. Till here, anyone has any doubt for putting the details? Then I will move to put how to put the rates for this trade lane. Anyone is having any doubt for this FCL freight?
Hi, Survi.
Yeah.
I have lot of queries.
Yes, Sachin, tell me.
Actually, I have been working on their Excel sheet for long. What they make. Namita will also help me out in this. So what happened? Please, we will go back to that screen. Your entries.
Yes.
Now you have entered this rate for INNSA, that is Mumbai to LAX, right? Now there are many places like maximum liners. What they give, they give multiple origin, multiple destination, and same rate, right? From Mumbai, Mundra, Kandla, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Or
Yes.
yeah, all that 4 to 5 origin and the destination like LAX, NYC, right? All these destinations for 20 GP, the rate is the same. So now, if such situation comes, then how they will enter it? They have to enter it manually, like repeatedly. They have to enter for different ports, right?
No, Sachin. I will come on that, because we are having a few options. One option is that you just suppose I have entered this, and at the bottom I have entered the freight and whatever is the related charges, freight, BAF and all. And what you have to do, you have to simply right click and duplicate. Okay. So once you duplicate it, the same rate will come. You have to change the destination. Or
Origin and
suppose
destination.
yeah, like that. Yeah, means like you are telling now that origin will be same and the destination can be different,
The
or the
origin also.
destination can be same and origin can be different. So whatever is your permutation combination, you have to apply that. Like you can duplicate the lines, you will get all those charges in the second line also.
Okay.
And yeah. Yes, Sachin.
And regarding commodity.
Commodity, yeah.
Yeah, in the commodity
Also, yes, there are garments and general commodities are there. I think mostly for general, has, and garments. These three used to come in the sheet. Anything else have been added these days?
Namita?
General,
Hello?
garments, and has cargo.
Like for some liners, there are few things which are excluded, right? It is there, like consider Merckx has included garments in their list, but few liners exclude garments from their list. That is also
Okay. So
right.
we can.
Yeah, Namita is there. Namita, please. Namita? I think mic is not working, I think.
Hello.
So she can.
Yeah.
Am I audible
Hi,
now?
Yes. Hi, Namita.
Hi, Survi.
Yes.
Survi, regarding this, can you get the screen again, once again?
Yeah, sure.
See, as you have mentioned that every time we have to select like 20 feet or 40 feet like that.
Every time, like, means if your if your rates are for 20 GP, then yes, you have to select 20 GP. If it is for 40 GP, then select it 40 GP.
No, my question is that if I want to search from Nhava Sheva to Los Angeles, but I need 20-40 HighCube together to see what is the rates levels are there. So in that case, how the sales will be searched? It's very difficult to search. Every time we have to go then search
That
20,
I
then
understand
40,
that
then
you will
HighCube.
be. Okay, Namita. So there are suppose 200 of the rate lines are there, and it's been difficult for you to search for 20 GP, 40 GP. So at the top, if you can see, we are having filter.
Where is
So
that?
at the top, see my cursor. My screen is visible to you, Namita?
Yes.
Okay. So at the top, I'm having the cursor. Now here is the filter option. So
okay,
these are like system default layout, but you can design your own layout. Like, for example, just for an example, as per
yeah,
Namita's
just one
question,
example just show us.
I'm just showing you because it will not throw me any results here because I have not entered any price. So like
Okay.
here I am having container type. Okay, container type, let's take 20 GP. Okay, next again take container type 40 GP. Next again take container type. Okay, now again I will plus and I will say that I need origin destination as INNSA to US lakhs. Okay, so and suppose I want any other thing like commodity, if you want for commodity. So
We'll be sorry to disturb you in this, but this module, like to search the rates is very difficult. See how we, I'll just tell you how we people, like as a sales, if I'm on a sales part, so I'll tell you how I'm going to search. I have to search from Nhava Sheva to Los Angeles, and I want to know the 2040 HighCube rates and which other carriers are going in the same route. If I select only Nhava Sheva, if you go and see if your Merck site or CMA site, any other line, they have like that kind of module that you have to only select the POL and the POD, and you will flow out the rate with 2040 HighCubes. But in our case, if we are going to search only the POL and the POD, so we have to find out. Sorry.
Yeah. So Namita, you simply like I thought that you can simply type Nhava Sheva to lakhs for Merck's line as a service provider, and you can put the suppose general commodity code, suppose.
Just hold on. Let me see.
And then you can find it.
Should we just hold on?
Yeah.
I just want to know that why you want to search the rate while creating a quotation in CargoWise or what? Hello. Am I
Hello, Namita. Yeah, you are audible, Rajan.
Hello.
Yes, Namita.
Yeah.
Yeah, Namita.
My question is, you want to search the rate while while creating a quotation inside CargoWise? That was your question?
Who's my question?
Yes.
No, it's not the quotation wise. I'm not talking about the quotation. I just want to say, if I want to search any other line rate by only selecting the POL and the POD, can we get it all the things together?
Yes. So, Surbi, she is asking that while creating a quote, if they just mention the POL and that is port of loading and port of discharge, can we see all rates of the shipping line and carriers? So that is the
Yes.
which you have to
Yes.
show in the down. Okay,
Yeah, that is
different.
okay, Raj sir. That I will show because that is the part which I have already covered in that quotation when the salesperson will go and they will select that by clicking here.
So that filter is not an option. Filter is just used to just filter
No,
out all the
okay.
multiple. Okay.
And one more thing, Surbi, that you
Yes.
have module this thing like origin. We have to put the code, the port code. Am I right? Like IN is for the Nhava Sheva and the US LAX for the Los Angeles. Can you put directly the name of the port, like Nhava? If you select Nhava, then it should become like this. See,
No.
in a US, if I talk about US, there are a lot of cities, lot of state codes, everything is there. So if you want to, so every sales cannot remember the code of this destinations things, and again they have to go and check. So can you like make a module like this? Like we have to only put if the fourth number of like Nhava, then the rate should become then MUN Mundra. If I'll put MUN also, the things should be come.
No, my question is that if you don't know the port, how you will get the rates? Port, UN Loco is one of the mandatory, it's a standard document or standard, practices across the globe. So I do understand that in US, a lot of ports are there, but we should know that the correct port for which we are asking the rates or we are sending the rates to them. So if you have anything, you can use.
That's true. What you're saying now, that's true. From my point of, I know each and everything, so I can tell. But if you see the sales partner, a lot of people doesn't know these things.
So they
because we are very familiar with to put only the port name rather than putting the code.
Namita, they can use the filter option. So
Mr. Raja, Namita is trying to make it very easy for the users. They just have to type the name and the system will automatically take the code.
But Sachin,
hold on, Surabhi, just hold on. Okay, remove this. Remove INNSA. Okay, just remove that. Okay, and then go to the search window and just type Nhava Sheva or NAW or NAV, whatever she has told. Okay, just put the port name. Then remove that also. Yeah. So you can type over here whatever port you want if you don't know the name code and select.
Double click.
Okay.
Yeah, just I want to add one more thing here, that if suppose there are many of the options coming, okay, then it will narrow down your searches. Like salesperson, I know salesperson is not aware of your codes. Now selecting any other airport and giving the rates for any other airports will create a lot of confusion. So this unique location code is this play a very vital role in creating a quotation or costing. Got my point?
See, Sachin, in every module, you have a search window, okay, through which you can go inside. Doesn't mean that you should memorize everything. Okay, you can just click on the 3-dot button, go inside, search the name, by description, by port, by airport, by seaport, by CFS. You can search. Okay, and then you will get the necessary details. So that is the use of the CargoWise. Even though you don't know anything, a code or whatever, you can still go inside, just like the customer name. It's very difficult to memorize the code of the customer. So then CargoWise is given an option. Just click on 3-dot, go inside, put the customer name, and it will throw up the code. of that customer. So this is the whole module is based on like this, you know, this the concept of this whole CargoWise system, and that's where you have to adopt the solutions. This multiple rates, should we just show them how to search the multiple rates? Okay, how to get the multiple rates? You just put one you know costing and then show them on that company tariff and cost. See in the BITO, she can see all the rates and she can pull up the rates on the
Yes,
code.
yes, Ra sir. That's what I'm just. So, okay. So let's proceed now. Here I'm having Nhava Sheva to Los Angeles for 20 GP. So you will put the rates. Here I have means by default it's coming charge code as FRT. Then the currency is for ocean freight will always be USD. Units is CN. This is because of the calculator which we have chosen inside this charge code. So there are many other calculators, but I think in freight means FCL freight, in sea freight FCL, unit calculator is used for per unit or per container price. So suppose I will put fine. Now next, any other charge codes which is related to freight. So what you have to do, you this is the 3 dots. Just click over here, and charge group will be freight, and you can see there are 10 records we are having as BAF, CAF, or emergency fuel adjustment, fuel surcharge, peak season surcharge, war risk surcharge. So you can select whatever is given in your pricing sheet. Suppose I select here BAF. So for BAF, it has taken as percentage calculator. So suppose percentage calculator, it works on a particular charge code. So if I will put 20% of the freight, then here you have to put 20% of applied to freight charges. At the side, you can see minimum base price and maximum. Suppose minimum I have entered, suppose 100. That the BAF cannot be less than 100, either 20% or 100, whichever is higher. Similarly, we are having base price and maximum, that it should not go beyond this. Fine. Now at the bottom you can see, click here to show related rate line and items. So here we will click and we will get this window. Now as no company tariff or client rates we have entered in the CargoWise system, so it will not pull any results. Otherwise, if any of the costing or any of the company tariff or client rates are there, you can see, and you can see the charges of those rates from here. That I will show you in the later part today. Similarly, we are having for Nhava Sheva to Los Angeles 40 GP. So let's take it as, and once this is done, you can save this. Till here, anybody is having any doubt? Anyone is having any doubt? Namita, are you having any query now? Your hand has been raised.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Anyone is having any doubt for the freight charges? Fine. Now, suppose with these charges, you got some origin charges as well. Okay. In that case, you have to go inside this origin charges. Not here you have to mention, you have to go inside this origin charges, and here you have to put the details of the charges which you got from your service provider Maersk Line. Fine. So origin charges, like, so whatever is your origin, you can put the origin. Now, if I'm not wrong, the origin charges are not they means origin charges have not do anything with the destination. Whatever is the destination, origin charges will remain the same, or will it vary with the destination? Can anybody confirm me? Hello.
It will vary as per the destination.
It will vary. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like a destination means what? Like for a particular port or for a particular country?
I mean, it will be, but even in the within the country also, a particular
Okay.
port has a different charges sometimes.
Okay, fine. So any of your of your freight, if it is going from Nhava Sheva to US Lakhs, okay. Mode, let's take mode will also vary. And let's take FCL. Then these are for named account. Then we are having postcode. So if it is specific to a particular postcode, then put it. Otherwise, skip it blank. Next part is carrier. So I will select the same carrier as I have selected in FCL. I will just simply copy and paste the carrier over here. Commodities, general, start day, end day. End day, let's take for a month only. So now here, all those charges which are entered in the origin group, so those charge codes will come. So let's search for that. And let's take find. So there are 22 records found for this origin and loading charges. Charge group is OLC. So like origin documentation fee. So how the origin documentation fee comes? Like it's a per BL or per container, or is it a flat rate?
I think documentation fees per BL.
Okay, it's per BL. So again here I will select unit calculator, and under the units BL house. So we are having house bill. Gross Cagnex. So I will take HB and per BL. Let's take INR. Currency will be INR and let's take it. So like this way, you can enter the charges. Similarly, let's take terminal handling.
What is HB means, Surbi?
It's house bill.
No, I mean we are okay. We are entering the liner costing over here. I mean,
Okay.
does it have the master BL per master BL?
There is not per master BL. There is per container, or there is one lowest bill.
No, like suppose we are entering the Maersk cost sheet over here. So the documentation fee, that is per master BL. That's the cost.
Okay. Per master bill, I don't think it's here.
Right, Namita? Hello, Namita, you're there?
You're right.
Hello?
Dinesh. Per BL wise.
Per BL. Okay, let me check that. Okay, I will check that what kind of calculator to be used for per master BL. For house BL, it's having in the units, but for master BL, it's not there. So I need to check that and then I will get back to you.
Okay.
Okay, then the next I have selected origin terminal handling. So how this vary? This vary with the container, or how this vary?
This goes as per the container.
Fine. So this will also be unit, and let's take a unit value as CN. And
I
then
mean, container wise means Surbi, for 20 footer it will be different, and for 40 footer it will be different.
Yes. So
it should not calculate per
yeah,
container. I mean, it should calculate per container size.
yeah. Okay. So in that case, here you have to put the container type. So this will be 1 unit for this container. Sorry, for this charge. Okay.
If we have inputted 20 GP, then it will take us as 20 GP per. If it is 40 GP, then it will take 40 GP or IQ.
Yes, yes. I'm not aware what is the charges going on right now. If you can confirm me what is the charges going on right now.
Okay, take it at 3,000 rupees for 20 footer and 6,000 rupees for just for a training purpose.
Fine. Okay, yeah. Fine. Now, similarly, we are having destination charges also. If you want.
Surbi,
Yes.
A small bit. Like now, as you have entered 20 GP costing down, right, for the documentation and terminal. So same to update for 20. So I can just enter it below that only, and then say ULLX, FCL, and 40 footer is the
means rate. You want means sorry to understand. Means
I want to update the rate from 40 footer and 40 footer.
Yeah, you can simply duplicate it, no? Like here, right click, select this, right click, at the bottom, duplicate. This same charges will come, put it 40 GP. and change the charges here. Okay.
If you change the charge here, then now that will be applicable for which 40 footer?
40 GPS. See, the arrow is at 40
The
GP.
selection, as per the selection above, right? If I
Yes,
select,
as per the yes, right.
The rate, it will be connected to each other, right? Okay, they get linked. Okay, fine.
Now this one we are having a THC 3000.
Yeah, Dinesh.
Sachin, so here what she is trying to tell you that first of all you enter all the related charges for a 20-foot container, origin as well as destination, then copy that into 40 GP and copy that into 40 high cube, and then change the quantum of the charges.
Yes. So the above grade now, whatever record you select, the rates are related to that particular selected record.
Yeah.
Below. In that way. Fine.
Or if any cases, like suppose like some charges which is not there for 20 GP and it will be applicable for 40 high cube. In that case, Surbi, how we can add that extra cost for that
extra
particular
cost? You will get the next column like this. You can enter manually.
No, I'm saying like suppose there is a 20 footer, there are 5 different variable charges are there, and for 40 footer, instead of 5 there is additional 6 charges is also there. So for that particular 40 footer container or 40 footer tariff, how I can add one more cost?
Like for example, what 5 and 6?
Select the 40 GP record. Okay, and below in origin charges, is there any other charge? THC documentation. Let's handling charges.
Yes, you can like see.
So now for 40 GP there will be 3 records, 3 charges, and for 20 there will be 2.
Yes,
right.
You can do that.
Right. So sometimes carrier do charge, container placement charge, extra, something of that.
Now that record is not selected, right? Fumigation. Select some
other. Means I have selected just for example. You can tell me what.
Yeah, you go ahead with that. Now origin fumigation. No problem.
So here you can select like fumigation if it is for unit. Put unit calculator for container. Let's take. So for see here for 20 we are having 2 charges. For 40 we are having 3 charges.
Okay, understood.
Clear now?
Yeah, very clear. Thank you.
Namita, if you have any query, please raise your hand and ask, because whatever whatever is coming to my mind, I'm asking, but from your point of view, because you are making the rate sheet and everything, so please raise your hand.
Yes, Namita.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Now, so in this way, you can put the rates. Now, suppose if you want to put any LCL rates, so like for the Maersk line, they are providing only FCL rates. Okay. And they are not providing LCL rates. So now for putting the LCL rates, what you have to do, you have to again create a new service provider. So I will save this. And yes, guys, one thing more I just want to tell you that for one service provider, only one costing will be generated. It will not allow you to generate the second costing. If the rates are expired, just simply go below and create a new one. Okay. So I will close this. My screen. My screen was visible few minutes back or not?
Yeah, I mean, yes, for
When
me it
I
is
save.
visible.
Okay,
Yes, it was visible.
fine. Now I am going to create a new rate for LCL. Any NVOCC, let's see, any service provider. Okay. Name that starts with any name of your co-loaders.
All cargo.
That starts with all. Let's see. All Cargo Logistics, Mumbai. Okay, there are two. So let's select, let me select the one. All Cargo Logistics. So for all cargo, we will go inside LCL freight. So here the option we are having LCL, FTL and LTL. So this is full truck load and less truck load and LCL. These all three rates will be entered here. So I think Prashant was asking for the trucking. So for trucking option, you can enter the details of the rates over here.
So inside LCL only we have to put the
This
rates.
this tab is for all three: LCL, FTL and LTL, whatever you will be choosing in the mode.
Okay.
Okay. So Prashant, if you are having any scenario for your full truck load or less truck
Now let's
load.
take an example from New York to New York to Newark. As an example, New York to Newark, the rate is $500.
New York to Newark, EWR.
Yeah.
FTL, currency
Yeah.
USD. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Tell me how's the charges
500.
are.
Let's take it as an example,
Charges
500.
charges are based on what? 500 means 500 per CBM or how it's
No, it's for a full truck.
full truck.
Yeah, we are using a full truck load. So basically, for a full truck, we have various bifurcation like the gauge, FSC, chassis split. Do we have any option where we can do we have to put a bifurcation of all charges, or we can simply put a single rate?
See, Prashant, that we need to check whether those charge codes. I think those charge codes have been developed. So, but yes, that I need to check that, Prashant, whether that charge codes are developed under the freight group or origin and loading group or destination group. That I need to check.
Okay. One more thing. We basically work with hundreds of trucking companies.
Huh.
So is it possible for us to save those trucking company names by ourselves, or do we have to go up and ask them to save it for us?
Okay. So, Prashant, can you clarify me if you are
Like,
working with hundred of trucking companies? So those
I'll give
all
an
truck.
example right away. Like
Yeah.
as you said in the freight part, like, when there was an issue is for the NBOCC, you said for NBOCC you have to go one up and ask them to save that NBOCC name as an agent or something in order for you to update the rate for them, right? Similarly, I'm asking if I am working with, let's take it like Portex Transportation, or
Any of the service
BVP Transportation. Like there are many trucking companies. For an example, in New York itself, there are like 120, 125 trucking companies, but we don't work with that much. We work with like 15 to 20 of them. So if I get a rate for a single location, I check it with 7 to 10 trucking companies. After that, I analyze them, like which is the better trucking which one is a better rate they have provided. Like someone is provided with 700, some with 500, some with 400. So I take the best option with the best service provider, and I give that rate to overseas office, to SAR office, or whoever I ask the rate for. But if I'm going to save those rates, will I have to save? Because after a point of time, when I have to see the rate which I quoted for, the trucking company backed out. So I'll have to save all those rate, right? I have to
Yeah.
save all those rate from the 10 trucking
Yes.
company which I got. So I'll have to
Yes.
make sure that I need to know those 10 trucking company names as well
Hmm.
in the system.
Yes. So I
That's
think
the
they
thing.
must be, yes. The first step is that particular tracking company, whosoever is your service provider, that name must be present in the database. If it's not, then I don't know if you are the admin, because right now some security part work is going on with which my colleague is developing. So in that case, you have to tell to your admins that, sir, please create this as a service provider, as I have to get the rates for those service provider.
Okay. A few more questions again.
Uh-huh.
Like we take it for 2040s has cargo as well. So we have an option where we can say that this is for a 20 feet or a 40 feet or a has container.
For a full truckload,
Yeah, for FCL containers.
FCL
Mm,
containers, that
yeah,
FCL part we have discussed means few minutes back, Prashant. Uh,
but
that
we are talking about the transportation, right?
transportation, you are talking about transportation from road.
Yeah.
So yes, here we are having the option for road freight also, FCL.
Okay. Okay. So do we have an option here where we can say that this rate is for a 20 feet,
Yes,
40 feet, or a has container?
yes. Here you can put the container type, and here the commodity you can select as has.
Okay, that should be good. Uh,
Okay. So now let me proceed with this LCL one. Okay, Prashant. Uh,
yeah.
so Nava Shiva. So let's take New York. So I don't think these co-loaders are providing you the carrier name also.
No, they
Uh,
provide the carrier name.
No, they
they,
do disclose.
they don't disclose. Yeah, they don't disclose. I think at the time of selling also they don't disclose that in which container it's sorry, in which carrier it's going. So we will keep it blank. Yeah, like if you are having these information, then you can put it. Otherwise, you can keep it blank, like transit times and all. Units it will automatically take as CBM, meter cube, and then we will come to charge code. This is freight. Now, once I will click here, it automatically came as international freight. And at the right side, you can see we are having the calculator as minimum or per unit. So I think they still are providing in this way only, that minimum the rate will be, suppose $10. Uh, minimum suppose $10, and per unit price, let's take $8. Is that okay? Is this clear? This calculator? Or any other kind of rates you are getting from them?
I have one doubt here.
Huh.
Uh,
Who's this?
this is Hitesh.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, so in LCL case, we do have situations like wherein we are doing ocean as well as trucking. So in that case, how do we bifurcate? I mean, this is just the whole general part, right? What we are inputting here. I mean, this doesn't include any bifurcation regarding ocean and trucking. So I wanted to know, in case we are importing from China, for an example. So China to Los Angeles, and from there we are doing trucking as well as custom clearance. So in that case, how do we input the charges?
Okay, so what are the charges you are getting there?
Charges as in, for example, consider the ocean freight to be $12 per CBM plus the additional charges. So you can take it up to $600. Then the trucking charges, then the custom clearance charges.
So trucking charges is from where to where?
Los Angeles to a warehouse in Los Angeles.
Sorry, come again.
Los Angeles. Yeah, Los Angeles to a warehouse in Los Angeles.
Okay, means it's a destination charges.
Correct.
They are giving you, no? So yes, so Ritesh, you can go to destination charges and you can put the charges over here.
Okay.
So like from lakhs to your lakhs, not US lakhs, to your warehouse address. You can put okay, this is the destination one. US lakhs to US. So, and here you can put the postcode of your warehouse address, and you can put the details over here for all your trucking charges.
Okay.
Anyone having any doubt for the calculators? Because why I'm focusing on calculators, because this calculator is going to calculate the charges at the operations level. Any like any other kind of charges if you are getting, because what I remember, because I have worked in freight forwarding 7 years ago, what I remember that at that time we used to get this like this only, like minimum and per unit. Any other if you are having any other types of charges from NVOCC or any service provider, then do let me know. Okay, there are some errors. Okay, so fine. I don't think anybody is having any query. Now anybody who can confirm me, are you getting such kind of tariff rates from airline also to be developed inside the system?
No, for now the rates are volatile, so they are not giving us any rates for air freight.
Okay, fine. So should I touch that window, or should I proceed? that air freight?
Yes, you can show.
Okay, fine. Fine. So we have developed one FCL, one LCL, means one for Maersk Line, one all cargo, and let me prepare one for airline. Mm. So I will take airline, Air India. From which part Air India? Let's take Delhi to US. JFK. Via, then take via, otherwise keep it blank. Then this option will skip it for 4 days. Now, when I will click on charge code FRT, at the right side, you can see I got the calculator as CMB, which is per unit with base, minimum, maximum calculator. And here units will automatically be taken as kgs. So I think you must be getting the slabs like this: minimum, minus 45, plus 45, plus 100. Then I think you are getting plus 300, or is it plus 250? Hello, can anybody confirm me? Is it plus 250 or plus 300?
Anybody from air?
Yeah, this is for air. Air India, air freight, forwarding air freight.
Fine.
It is actually depends on the cargo. It is not standardized.
Okay. Means like I just want to confirm that if we are getting the charges in this slab, or like, or any other kind of slabs, like what I remember at my time, it was like minimum minus 45, plus 45, plus 100, then plus 300 was there. Now I don't know what is the current it's going, plus
See, I
300
mean,
or
I usually handle air freight from China, so the
okay,
slab,
okay.
yeah, but I don't see any minus slabs there. There is like 100 to 500 and 500 to 1000. Sometimes they make it 100 to 300, so it's not standard.
Okay, 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 fine. Understood. Okay, so whatever you are having the rates, you can put it. Let me exclude, I don't think, yeah. Suppose I'm not having any minus, so plus 45, then plus 100. It means what? That my rate from 45 to 100, it will be, suppose 50 INR 50 per kg, or suppose any flat amount is there, then you can put the flat amount, that whatever is the kgs, this will be the rate in the flat amount. Or 50 per kg means, suppose it's a 10 kg shipment, then 50 into 100. Minimum, let's put 100. So in this way, you can create this costing for air shipments as well. Okay, for air shipment, anybody is having any query?
How do we add this per BL charge here?
Per BL charges? What charges? AV bill charges?
No, there are certain charges which they charge per BL in air freight bifurcation. So how do we add that?
Certain charges like okay, freight components are there like FSC, SSC. You are talking about?
Heads I don't remember, but there are charges per BL as well.
So okay, let me select any of other charge and
AMS.
sorry,
I think it's AMS per BL.
AMS. I need to check. Namita is there? I need to check that whether it's developed inside the system or not. AMS charges. Let's put the description.
Many carrier use different words, but
AMS.
You can search by advanced cargo declaration also.
yeah, I see.
Advanced cargo, no? Let's put that advanced. No. Or AMS. State.
Not there.
Manifest. No, I don't think Namita, the charge code has been developed, but this part can be taken care by Abhijit from your company and Sanjeev from our company to develop. Suppose any charge code is missing, then we can develop it inside the system. Okay. So let me take any other.
There is dock fee and handling fee, that is per shipment or BL. So you can show that as well.
Dock fee.
Yeah.
So that is the part of freight or those are origin or destination charges?
No, that is actually part of freight when we get the freight from an agent.
Freight from your agent, no?
Yeah.
See, heads I cannot find here, but let me take suppose any fuel surcharge and similarly with the unit. Yes, with the unit calculator, you can select per BL charges. But here also it's HB.
Surabhi,
House
Surabhi,
bill.
one
Yes.
question.
Yes, who's this? Sabi.
Abhijit here. Abhijit here.
Yes, Abhijit.
Yeah. One question is, typically we want to limit the charge codes to a certain amount, a certain number. We don't want the charge codes to be very detailed. So, Sachin, one thing which we can do is the existing charge codes just share with Dinesh as well as Namita. And let's look at it from a pricing perspective as to whether we can club charge codes together when we are putting it up in the system, or we will need to create a few more. So I think that is one exercise which we'll need to do parallelly here. Sachin, are you there?
Yeah.
So just let's run the charge codes through Namita as well as Dinesh on this and see if there are any challenges with the existing charge codes. Yeah.
Okay. So I have to pull out the charge heads from both the database, like SAR and RTW.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine, no problem.
Sachin,
and then
Sachin
we can
add
have
Sabi into that also.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay. Sorry, Surabhi, you can continue.
Yes. I think there is there is one charge code, Abhijit ji, with miscellaneous, so that they can put
that can be used.
Yeah, that can be put as a charge code, but description is editable. You can put suppose AMS charges because on the invoice or on the quotation, the description will come, not your charge code.
Okay. Okay. But then
So,
finally, when it goes to accounts, it will go under miscellaneous, right?
yes,
That's the
yes.
problem. Yeah. What we had done, in our system was we had broken up the components into major groups. Like freight was one, which you paid to the shipping line. Then shipping line charges was another. Then you had transportation, you had custom clearance, and each of these groups had a miscellaneous. So whatever was not fitting into any of the specific charge codes used to go under a miscellaneous under that specific group. So even in accounting, it was okay because you knew what that belonged to.
Abhijit ji, Raja sir has joined this call, so I think he can
Okay.
advise better on this because
Yeah.
yes.
Let's keep this discussion separate. I think let's have one
Okay.
conversation on Raja.
Yes. Yes.
Let's continue this and close this first.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Fine. So, so if it is per shipment, then we have to select again per HB, house bill, and charges will be here. Now, once this is done, just save this. Sachin, if you can mute, please. Now, so like if the pricing is done, okay, I have developed one FCL, one LCN, and one Air India. Now, suppose the salesperson is going into the quotations. Means salesperson has to go into the quotation. Now here, let me check. Okay, all those data have been mirrored. So like a salesperson is in the quotation tab, and let's select any of the client. And under FCL, he is requesting for Nhava Sheva 2. I don't remember. It's New York or Lax. Okay, Lax. It is giving me error. It's no longer valid. So okay. So the address validation has not done. So it's a training, that's why I'm doing it. But this part has to be taken care by the admins. It's not. It's so now once I will click on that blue line, I will get costing. See, here I'm having freight, costing, C, Maersk line, Nhava Sheva to last, general, and container is 20 GP. Unit calculator has been used with 2500. The next I'm getting BAF like this. So what now here, suppose if your salesperson he wants n number of carrier rates, and you as a pricing team has entered those rates, so all those rates will come here and he can compare it from here, and whatever suits he will drag and drop here. Okay, replace existing, yes. So on the basis of costing, he can put the markup and send the quotation to the client. Same thing will go with the origin charges also, and LCL destination. Is it clear?
Surbhi?
Yes.
What is exactly agent rate? It's right side agent rate.
Okay. Agent rates, these are basically the rates which has been provided by the agents. Suppose here the service provider or the carrier rates are not there, or any agent rates are there, then it will, you can tick over there.
Means you're talking about if it is import,
forward,
then
forwarder rates or like that.
Okay. The similar way we have to do that.
What similar way means?
Means like for agent rates, if we receive from the agent, then the same way we have to put.
Yes, same way.
Okay.
So let me put this. So this costing part have been covered. The quotations part have been covered with your salesperson, because I don't think that part will be entertained by you. That is the process flow of sales and marketing for the quotation. So that quotation part is covered with them. So they were also having that query that how can we know what is the costing and how can we enter the rate. So this will be the process that at one side you in the pricing team will be entering the costing, and at the other side the sales guy or the sales coordinator at the quotation end, they will fetch the costing, and they can put some markup over there. Okay, any doubt till there? Any doubt, anybody?
Surbhi.
Yes,
Prashant
Prashant?
again.
Yeah.
So as I was looking on everything out, I see most of you have covered is the for ocean and air, but I don't see much regarding the transportation part. You just showed me like this is the way things has to be done, but you didn't
Okay.
give me an example like how it has to be done, right?
Prashant, see, what you do, you give me one scenario. Okay. So because tomorrow also we are having a session. So
Okay.
we can I can show you that part, transportation part. Okay, if you can give me the scenario with your from this location to that location, my trucking cost is this much, so that I can show you in tomorrow's session.
Why don't you share me your email ID where I can send you a
Yes,
quotation which I
yes.
get from different companies as an example. Like you can check on it and I'll send you
Okay.
today itself. You can
Ha.
work on it and
Prashant,
let
I
me know
will.
tomorrow.
Fine, Prashant, I will share my email ID with you. I will send one mail to you, and on that
Okay.
mail you can send me your query, your scenarios.
Okay.
Okay, Namita, any query you are having?
No, it's okay. Everything is aligned.
Okay, guys, I just want to conclude this call today, and tomorrow again I want to cover the company tariffs. Company tariffs and profit share agreements. And then we can have the questionnaires from your side. So I would request you all to please get some hands on. This is why I'm telling, because once you will get familiar with the with the modules, the questions you will be having more. So
So
and also, yes,
uh,
yes,
one
Dinesh.
question, yeah, one question from my end.
Hmm.
Whatever the expiry date we are putting on the quotation or the costing, uh, those
Uh-huh.
rate gets expired. Do we get any kind of pop-up like, okay, this rate is going to get expired? So
Yes, yes.
whoever is doing that pricing module or who is
Uh,
responsible for entering those data or maintaining that
uh,
data will get the
uh-huh.
advance pop-up saying that this rate is
Yes.
going to expire in next 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yes, Dinesh. Very right question. So, Dinesh, that facility is available in CargoWise. That suppose your rates are going to expire next week or within 2 weeks. So, whatever duration you will be giving, the notification will come to that group of staffs. So,
Okay.
uh, Sudama will drop an email to you with that group of staffs there. You have to mention us that whosoever are the staffs to get those notification. We can create a group and they will get the notification for the same.
Okay, understood.
So, guys, please get hands on and please check the modules whether you are having the access for these modules or not. Because the security rights, those part are going on. If you will send us the mail, because today, even today also, we are here till 1 a.m. I am here so that I can resolve your query. And if you are having the access for these modules, please do hands on and let us know where you people are getting stuck. Yes, anyone want to say something or any queries?
I'll be there with you tomorrow, right? For the
Yes,
quotation thing,
Prashant,
right?
I will send. Yes. Tomorrow I will be covering this company tariff and profit share parts, because I don't think, just a second, because I don't think client rates are much of importance. But yes, I can give you a glimpse of client rates also tomorrow.
Okay.
So that suppose anytime if you want to use it, then you can use it.
Okay.
And yes, and from that quotation level and costing level, the operations staff, suppose anyone in the sea export, they can easily do the billing via auto rating. Simply they can auto rate and they can get all those charges with the costing one side and the quotation part, which is the sell rates one side. So that will ease the further process also. So I think this pricing part is a very, very important part for both, for connecting both, for connecting sales and use operations stuff. Okay, then can I conclude the call now?
Yeah, sure.
Sachin, Dinesh, any queries from your side?
Nothing. Only thing is that the Prashant's question regarding trucking.
Trucking, yes. That I
Yeah,
will
I mean,
teach the scenario and then we will discuss it tomorrow.
okay. In broader perspective, I'll just tell you how it works. You know, trucking. Sometimes we have a customer who's taking from road port to the door delivery. In that case, we have to give the ocean freight as well as the trucking part. That's number one
Okay.
scenario. Number two scenario is like sometimes customer only ask for the trucking.
Trucking.
I mean, they procure ocean freight from somebody else,
Else, yeah,
and
yeah.
they ask us to
Standalone
do only
trucking.
trucking. Yeah, they ask us to only do trucking. That is second scenario.
Fine. And
Okay, so
third will be with the custom clearance. Trucking and
yeah,
custom
third
clearance.
will be with the custom clearance and all those stuff.
Ah.
So we have rate from port to the customs warehouse or customs factory, you know, customs factory.
Fine. Dinesh and Prasant, I will send you all one email. Please reply on that email with all these scenarios so that we can also get arrange further calls. Like suppose you are having such kind of jobs at the operations level also, we can get all those kind of arrangements done in priority, because that will actually help us to design your process for this
Okay.
dredge. Okay.
Also copy in that email. Also copy Ekta in that particular email. Huh?
Ekta, fine.
Yeah.
I will copy her. Ekta, Prashant, and Dinesh and Sachin. And
Yeah.
that's all, no?
Yeah, there are many more things. Like we only don't do trucking. Like we have also the options for warehousing work, transloading work, and many other
Uh-huh.
things.
Yeah.
So it's just
Warehousing
not
part.
one thing. There are many things involved here. So
Mm-hmm.
is it better? Is it possible for you to take a separate call for
See,
us?
Prashant, see, warehousing part is something which has been taken care by one of my colleague who is based in Miami, and
Okay.
he is taking care of all these warehousing part. I'm not going to touch the warehousing part. Yes, I will touch your transportation, custom clearance, forwarding, but warehousing related things will be entertained by David, who's there in Miami.
Okay.
So with me, you have to share all those things related to your trucking, your forwarding link trucking, your standalone trucking, or your customs link trucking, or all those three.
Okay.
How the rates are there, what are the documents you are releasing. So all these things I will be sharing that email with you all, and please reply me on that email so that we can arrange further calls accordingly.
Sure. Share me the email and I will revert you back with all the details.
Fine, Prashant, I will share the email with you.
Okay.
Okay, then Sachin, anything else?
No, nothing at present.
Fine. Fine, so let's meet tomorrow, I think same time.
Yeah, it's 7:30, right?
It's 7 p.m. Indian time.
Indian Standard Time, 7:30.
Okay, okay, fine. Sudama, you just move it from 7 to 7:30, okay? Fine, Sachin. Okay, then thank you, everyone. Thank you for participating here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.